Brenus.
Go ahead, Elizabeth.
Whew, big night tonight. You've been on a journey to get to this stage and join the WNBA sisterhood. Who is a player that, if you could choose, you would want to play with this summer?
Oh. Look, Caitlin Clark changed the game.
Hmm?
I've been hooping my entire life, and all of a sudden, I have friends texting me last season to see if I caught the latest Fever game. The expectations were so high. Arenas selling out everywhere she went. As a rookie coming into this league, that's the impact I want to make.
I mean, she is a star in this league, and the game is better for having her in it. Have you thought about what you're going to say when that interaction happens?
Wow. I wish that I could sit here and tell you that I'd be a poised young lady. But she actually came and gave a talk at my school one year, and to be really honest with you, I can't tell you a word she said. I just couldn't hear her over the sounds of my internal screams. Just like one big loud scream, just on a loop the entire time. So yeah, I'm not super optimistic about keeping my cool. But I would love to ask for a jersey or a signature or something, though. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be absolutely fine.
Thank you.
On another note, the league is at a fascinating growth point right now, with viewership skyrocketing. How much of the WNBA did you watch growing up? And does the history of the game inform at all where you want to land?
Honestly, it truly doesn't matter to me where I land because there are literally no bad options here. This here, right now, has been my dream for so long. And honestly, I'm ready to skip the rest of tonight so I can find out where I'm going. So I can trade in these heels for a pair of kicks and get to work.
The spotlight has definitely been on women's sports these last years. How much do you think that on-court rivalries play a factor in the growth of the league? And do you think that these storylines are good for the game?
Oh, I love the way that stories are being told right now. And I think that has fueled those rivalries that you're talking about. Look at Angel and Caitlin. They faced off in the national championship in college, and their fans have followed them to the WNBA. Every matchup between those two is must-see TV. And the Fever and Sky have two of the hottest tickets in the sport right now. And when the Aces and Liberty assembled all that star power a couple years back, every matchup between them was called the Battle of the Super Teams, just pulling in huge ratings, huge numbers. And my grandma wouldn't be able to follow anything that was happening on the court. But I'll tell you, she knows all the tea. She definitely knows all the tea. And I think all these rivalries are just another entry point for the fans.
Yeah, totally agree there. Unfortunately, you just missed sharing the court with the WNBA's all-time leading scorer, Diana Taurasi, who played in the league from 2004 to 2024. She brought a ton of that spice you were talking about for so long. Now, what part of her legacy speaks to you the most?
DT scored more than 10,000 points in the greatest league in the world.
Ooh.
That is wild. 2 decades, she just kept putting up buckets. That longevity is incredible. The hours that she spent in the gym when the lights were low and the stands were empty so that she could shine when it mattered the most. You know, as someone who loves to score, she is my GOAT. Best to ever do it.
That's right. For the fans who might not know you yet, what do they need to know, either on or off the court?
Every moment we're between those lines, I'm a professional. I'm here to listen to my coaches, listen to my vets. I know I'm just one piece of the puzzle. And, you know, I've worked my butt off to get to this point, and I know that I have the talent to succeed at this level. And wherever I land, those fans will be proud to have me repping them and their city.
That's right. Okay, so I want to shift gears quickly for a couple of rapid-fire questions so new fans can get to know you. First, when it comes to a city, do you prefer a bigger metropolis vibe or a smaller, more intimate one?
I grew up in a town where everybody knew everybody else. And, you know, where people took time out of their day to stop you on the sidewalk and tell you had a good game. And where they know your go-to order at the diner. And, you know, when you compare that to your New Yorks or your Chicagos, you know, of course, you're not going to be matching those same kinds of population numbers, but what we lacked in quantity, we absolutely made up in quality with those genuine connections. And I just feel most at home when I'm surrounded by friendly faces.
All right. Let's keep this one easy. Favorite color?
Oh, blue. Blue soothes me like nothing else. My favorite sweater in the world is this warm blue color. And as soon as I slip it on, I feel like I'm just being enveloped by this like big hug. And honestly, when I close my eyes and I think of that color, I can take a deep breath and feel calm. And honestly, don't tell anyone, but that's my secret trick at the free throw line. Don't tell anyone though.
Okay. How about this? On a day when you've got nothing scheduled and you can just relax on the couch, what is your go-to cheat meal?
Oh. Oh, are you trying to get me in trouble tonight, Elizabeth? I feel like you are. Well, I'm gonna help you out. I would literally eat anything fried. Every summer growing up, my mom would pick a different state fair, and we would travel there for our family vacations. And we'd have this challenge to find like the strangest, weirdest deep fried thing. Candy bars, breakfast pancakes. We even did gator once.
Ooh.
So, yeah. Hope I didn't just go viral for the wrong reasons tonight.
Okay, I'm definitely not trying to get you in trouble. Okay, let's bring it on back to basketball. Let me ask you, does it matter to you where you're selected in the draft order?
Yes and no. How is that for an answer? Look, this is the toughest professional league in the world when it comes to cracking a roster, and it just keeps getting harder and harder the further you are along in the draft order. And there was that documentary, the 144, 2 years back, and I know we're up to 156 with the Valkyries, but still. That being said, if you presented me with the option between a high draft number and a strong fit within an organization where I can really, you know, see my game blossom while I adjust to the pro level, I would take that second option every time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey folks, welcome into some WNBA action on 2K Sports. Tonight we'll see the Chicago Sky as they play against the Indiana Fever. This is Blake Suniga alongside Tim Swartz and Brian Benefitemi, and we're excited for some 2K hoops. The first Commissioner's Cup was back in 2021. The Seattle Storm won the inaugural version.
Hey, Brianna Stewart, the first MVP of the Commissioner's Cup championship game. The WNBA introducing the second competition to give the regular season a little extra spice.
Here we go. And it's going to be the Sky off the tip. Inside. And stolen by Boston. Pass to Ball Queen. Puts up a three. Sinks the three-pointer.
She is not going to miss many of those, if any. Not when she's got that much room, at least.
Ariel Atkins on the wing. The three-pointer off the mark.
You don't want to give up that kind of look often.
They're very lucky they didn't get burned.
Well, it's hard to stay.